Here, there's so much fear. All right, tell me what type of news are we getting here? Look at what is going on in our country. Look at how insecurity. Look at. Tell me what is good they are doing. Tell me what Buhari have been able to achieve for this 8 years he did. The same Jonathan they were criticizing that Jonathan did not do this, Jonathan did not do that. Jonathan is far better than all of them. Jonathan is far better. Nigerians were feeling better under Jonathan. Anybody can see it now. Nigerians were more secured under Jonathan than even the Buhari with all the whole thing they think they were saying. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Despite the combined efforts of the Nigerian government, international development partners and non-governmental organizations to tackle the pervasive issue of out-of-school children in Nigeria, the country is still struggling to find solutions. Despite dedicated campaigns and collaboration between stakeholders, a number of out-of-school children continues to be a persistent challenge. The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, cites that the total of out-of-school children in the nation is more than 20 million, whereas the Universal Basic Education Commission states it is slightly above 10 million. According to UNESCO, the data is based on those aged 6 to 18 years, ranging from primary 1 to senior secondary school 3. While UBEC's figure is related to those aged 6 to 11, whatever numbers one looks at, the reality remains that Nigeria has one of the highest number of out-of-school children in the world. As Nigeria celebrates its Children's Day, we are concerned about what the incoming government will do to tackle the menace of out-of-school children.
Our president-elect, he believes education is the key to society. Any society that don't bring its education in order, they are bound to fail. You can see what affecting Nigeria. Nigeria, they don't use best hands. You see best candidate, they will not use it. But according to this, our president-elect, actually said that 25% of the Nigeria budget will be on education. With that, if they use good hands, good knowledge, good people, they will be able to achieve good things in education. Without education, we won't be able to move forward. The technology, Nigeria, we have a lot of potential people that can make Nigeria great, but we didn't use the good hands, or the good hands are not do good things for the people of Nigeria.
Are you aware that 70%, according to the child's registration, 70% of private teachers,
yes,
are not qualified?
Private teachers?
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. Let me tell you something. It's a simple education. The private universities, they are profit orientation organization. When you are doing business to make money, you always look for your pocket, not masses' pockets. So if they are not having qualified teacher, it will be ESA, because I know they are business oriented people. They will make profit. They will consider their cost before the masses. But what they want government to do is that to reduce the rate, the way you approve the private university, and put more money to our public institution. And our lecturers, they are taught as well. How can you give a lecturer money for research? You put that money in pocket. Is it not, man?
Okay, sir. Are you also aware of the intention of the UK government,
That
the policy that Nigerian students who want to study abroad will not be able to come with their family to study abroad? So what is your take on that?
And why are they go abroad to study? Yes. Look at the money they are using. Look at Sudan now. Do you know how many Nigerians they have problems in Sudan? Are you saying in Sudan? Are you saying the Sudan education are better than Nigeria? Let us put the right hands, right people, and put more money so that they can grow.
I am a father of about 5, but I'm not a husband. I've seen life in all of its ramifications, and I make bold to say that there is a major paradigm shift in the sociocultural framework or fiber of what you'd call the Nigerian, say 30, 40 years ago. When we were growing up, people had more commitments to their communities, had more commitments to God, had more commitments to issues bordering on things like integrity. You know, the Nigerian society was value driven. You know, my late father was a politician, and by the standard of that time, he wasn't even a rich man. He was just okay, an average human being. But he was elected as a legislator at that time in 1979, based on his track record of performance as a professional in the field of education. He was a teacher. By today's standard, my father would never have won any election in this country. But then, at the time, he didn't need to bribe anybody. It was just to flash his scorecard. I did this, I did that, and people stood for him. But it can't happen today. You need to bribe people. So I'm not surprised that cases of children being involved in cultism is making the rounds in the media. I think there was a story about a certain Sylvester Oromoni that was bullied to death by his colleagues. I mean, look at the age. Look at the age. It tells of poor, poor schooling, poor parenting. Because, I mean, take it or leave it, you have to also look at the backgrounds of those kids that were his colleagues. You understand? You have to also look at a whole lot. It also tells of maybe now you now have to have more parents taking their time to work more on their children. I mean, we have had cases where kids of less than 18 years are caught smoking, involved in drugs and all that, and you now start wondering where were the parents, especially the mothers. You know, so it's a big problem for the Nigerian society. I don't know how we're going to go about it. I think parents need to create more time for their words. They need this is I don't know how they're going to do it. They're going to find time. Of course, these days you have more parents being more career minded. You know, you have parents going to work as early as 5, 6 in the morning and coming back as late as 9, 10 in the night. So they've got to. When I mean parents now, talking of either side of the divide, the father or the mother. So both of these people will have to find a way, you know, to strike a balance. You know, if the father is spending more time with the children this month, maybe the mother by next month should, you know, take suit. So that way, every other month, you know, there's somebody with the kids to monitor them, to follow them up, their assignments, you know, follow their schoolwork up, you know, get to know what they are doing. Somebody to be at the PTA meeting, you know, to be at the sports end of the year party, to be at the prize giving day party, you know, stuff like that. You know, that, you know, gives even the children a sense of belonging. There is a connection between the children and their parents. There is, you see, most parents are no longer bonding with their children, and that creates a lot of problems. That creates, especially the mothers. You understand? And couples, you know, have to spend quality time with each other. Mommies and daddies should, you know, if maybe daddy A works with First Bank, mommy B works with Federal Ministry of Finance. Do you understand what I'm saying? They should both sit down and work out the time they will be on holidays. You understand? Let the couple go on holidays about the same time so that they spend quality time, you know, talk about family, talk about their children, plan together, look at, you know, plans futuristically and all that. Those are the things that strengthen, because you can't have a nation when you have poor families. It's unfortunate, but that's the situation. They say charity begins at home. A family is the smallest, it's like a cell unit, a smallest group, and that's how you grow a society. Most of the problems we have in our society is because of poor parenting. Thank you.
I mean, based on what you said, I think it's a failure of the people they are looking up to. Scripture says, train up a child the way he should go, and when he grows up, he won't depart from it. So when training is missing, when they are not getting the positive examples to look up to, then the negative take over, and that's what we are already seeing in our societies. The question is, who is luring them into cultism? An adult. Behind all these things that these children are doing, you will definitely see an adult that should have guide them properly into doing the right thing. So it's simply failure of the people they are looking up to, and we must all take responsibility to whatever happened to our children. That's my point. That's my view concerning that. Of course, happy Children's Day to all our children all over the world. I wish them a fruitful celebration. Thank you.
And do like people that are born, not behaving as if they don't know the quality of education. So they have to use their initiative and make sure things are moving very well. That our students are going to school at the right time. There's no strike, no nothing. That they are doing our olden days time, the way they go to school. They should start doing that instead of playing hanky-panky. When they enter, they just eat the money and leave the children to be suffering. It's not what we want. We want good education. That's all.
It is because our people who are in charge here in Nigeria are not doing what they're supposed to do. Tell me why would anybody want to leave Nigeria and go abroad? In our own days, I will not forget when I was doing exams in the 82, 83, $1 was 62 kobo. I go to Union Bank to change my money when I want to do exams abroad. $1 was 62 kobo. £1 was just 2 naira. Do you understand what I'm saying? So many of us would not like to go out. If you go out under 1 week, 2 weeks, you are back. You don't want to stay where cold is killing you. Why would anybody want to live here now? Because now our money has become, now when they be telling you $1, they will say it's 600, 700. You see the type of nonsense that we are going through. That's why you see them. I don't blame this government when they begin to talk like this. If they make our place better, nobody will want to go abroad to go and stay and say he wants to